Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Touch Ninja, and we're once again back for another next generation console unboxing. We're kind of spoiled as a gaming community because usually we don't get two consoles launching so close to each other. We had the PlayStation 4 last week, and obviously this week we have the Xbox One, codenamed the X1, and codenamed the X-Bone by the internet community. So this is the day one edition, which is the reason why it comes in this sleek and sexy black box here, going for that very minimalistic look on the side. So there's the front. We'll swap over to the side here. You can take a look at what's in the contents of the box. So we have the Xbox One console itself, of course. We have a Connect, an HDMI cable, and we also have Bluetooth and wireless capabilities. So that's pretty solid, pretty much standard of what you would expect. There's one thing that I am very anxious to see, and that is the power delivery system, and I'll explain that in a couple minutes. But so that's the side. Here's the back. Once again, nothing really there. And then on the final side, we have a picture of the controller, and on the top, we have a handle, and you will need this because this box is very heavy. Anyways, we'll flip it back to the front again, and I will bust out my crazy unboxing knife via splinter cell, and we will break the seal. I actually get to break the seal in this video because I screwed up the audio in the PlayStation 4 unboxing, so we really didn't get to break the seal on camera, but we will do it now. Man, this thing is so heavy. So top of packaging, once you open the box, this is what you see. You see the Xbox Connect front and center. Okay, we'll place that down here. We will remove this knife so no one gets hurt. Pull this out here. So here is the Xbox Connect sensor. We'll take this plastic wrap off without trying to make too much squeaky noise. So there is the camera. Front and center. Has that gloss finish that's going to be a fingerprint magnet once you touch it. And then we have the Xbox logo up top. We have a fairly decent stand, and it looks like it actually has some screws at the bottom, so you can screw it into some sort of external or third-party stand possibly if you do not have a place on your entertainment unit. Then we have the camera itself right there, and then we have the Xbox logo right there. So pretty cool. Moving on. Place that there vicariously near the edge. Remove some cardboard. More cardboard. So we got a quick setup guide by Xbox. Nothing too fancy there. We get an Xbox logo sticker, which is clear, which I guess you can stick somewhere fancy. And then we also get an Xbox headset. And Xbox did this really well last generation where they included a headset, a fairly decent one anyways, with every single Xbox 360, which really pushed their online community because everyone was able to talk to each other. And I must say this is a much better headset than what was included with the Sony PlayStation 4. It actually will fit every single head, whereas the PlayStation decided to go with the bud sort deal up there. And like I said in that video, not all ears are the same size. So it's hit or miss if it'll fit you or not. But this one, you have a higher rate of it actually working properly for your ears. So that's pretty cool. Once we get to the controller, then I will plug her in. Then we have, oh no. This is what I was afraid of. I just found it. So we have a two-prong power cord. And this is my disappointment right here, because once again, they have implemented a gigantic power brick that you will have a hard time trying to find a place for in your entertainment unit. Me personally, I like my entertainment unit to be as flush to the wall as possible, and this thing is gonna get in the way. I'll do a comparison of the previous ones a little bit later, but I was really hoping they would have figured out a way to do this without the gigantic power brick, but what can you do? So we'll put that there. Then we have the Xbox One Day One. Hopefully it's the Day One controller. Yes, it does. So we get, they didn't cheap out on the batteries either. We get some nice Duracell batteries with this. They didn't give us like the Taiwanese batteries that last you one gaming session. So I'll do a full comparison of this controller versus the regular Xbox 360 controller versus the PlayStation 4 controller versus the PlayStation 3 controller. But you will see that these batteries pop in fairly easily. Put that there, put that in there. And I can assume that eventually we're gonna get some power packs that will fit these. But there's it on and glowing right there. And for your headset, it goes on like so, directly underneath. So when it's on, we have mic up, mic down, and then we also have a quick mute function, which is pretty snazzy. Once again, I'll go a little bit more depth in these controllers in a separate video to give you my thoughts and opinions of them. So let's put that down for now. Put this down here. So next we have included on the top, they included a free HDMI cable, which is always appreciated. You can never have too many of these things lying around. And it's a fairly lengthy one too, probably around, I'd say 12 feet. Pretty cool. So that's the top of the box. And very smart here. They packaged the actual system itself in a soft foam. Soft foam is really nice because unlike styrofoam, the thing with styrofoam is if you hit it and it breaks, the styrofoam breaks, it loses all its protection integrity. So you can tell that they really thought this through and that they made sure that the most important component of the system or of the packaging was around the console. So that's cool. Put this down here. Open this up. Okay. And we got nice and wrapped up here. Once again with that high glossy finish. Oh, this thing is massive. All right, so we have the console itself. We will set it on its side right here. So what we got in the front, we have the disc tray, which is an automatic feed one. Then we have a USB at the very top right here. We have the power button, which is right here. Yep, this is the power button up top. And then we have a front USB right there. And I'm pretty sure, unlike the PlayStation 4, that the Xbox 360 does support external hard drives to store your game saves as well as your game installations. So if 500 gigabytes is not enough for you, which it probably won't be this next generation, then you have the option of just attaching an external hard drive. The only difference is now, what you take away from this is that Microsoft always implements their own type of storage system. So you can't, unlike a PlayStation 4, you can't swap out for any internal 2.5-inch hard drive. So give and take. It's a give and take deal. So you get what you can get. So at the top here, we have HDMI out, the power, HDMI in, optical, 2 USB, the camera port right there. Then we have an IR out, and then we have the Ethernet port. Cool. And that's pretty much it. So the Xbox One has kind of had like a rough ride up until this launch, especially after E3 with the whole no used games and no online, always online connection that checks in every single day. And that was kind of rough at the start, but they did eventually correct their mistakes and they got rid of all that stuff. So they recuperated well, which is what I'm trying to say. They recuperated well, marketing-wise, PR-wise, and pretty much this console in comparison to the PlayStation 4, technically, they're pretty much on the same plane. They both use AMD Jaguar on the x86 platform. The only difference is that the PlayStation 4 uses 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 RAM, which is the RAM you would find in most modern day video cards, whereas the Xbox One is still using GDDR3 RAM. So you probably won't notice that much of a difference until a couple years from now when developers start really getting their hands on the coding and figuring out how to program these consoles properly. Out of the gate, I don't anticipate much in terms of graphics of differences, especially through third-party games, but time will see if that difference between GDDR5 and GDDR3 will make a difference. So yeah, so we'll put these down here. Then we will do a direct comparison of the Xbox One to its predecessor. Put that there. Actually, you know what? Let's power on first. All right, so now we got the system all hooked up to a power source. I actually discovered that this logo right here is actually a touch-sensitive button that can actually also turn on the system. So there you go, which is pretty cool. It makes that nice beeping sound for you. And then I can only assume that I will need to sync the controller eventually. Some size comparisons here. So size comparison wise, I have obviously the Xbox One right here. We have the OG Xbox 360. This is the special edition Halo 3 one. So we'll stack it up on top. Try not to ruin the gloss finish too much. And then we have an Xbox 360 Slim. This isn't the super slim model, but it should give you a general idea of what you can compare or what you can expect size-wise. So there you go. As you can see, this thing is massive. So it's huge. So there's the front. We'll give you a side view right there. Then we'll give you the back view. The nice butt view. Then we'll do the top. All right, so I actually thought it'd be a good idea to break out all three of the consoles from the big three. So we had the Nintendo Wii U at the top, we have the Sony PlayStation 4 in the middle, and rounding out the bottom, we have the Xbox One. And for size comparison, I actually busted out what the power bricks look like. So far left, we have the original Xbox 360 power brick. Middle, we have the Xbox Slim, and in the far right, we have the Xbox One. The Xbox One, the Xbox Slim power bricks are actually fairly the same size, but once again, I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't find a way to incorporate this without the power brick. But that being said, let's do some side views. So here's the front. This is what you can see from the front, and here is the other side. And I lined up the Wii U where the parallelogram of the the PlayStation 4 starts. So kind of gives you a better perspective. And then we'll do the butt shot, everyone's favorite. And then we'll do the other side. And back at the front. And I think that is pretty much a wrap. Yeah, guys, that's going to be it for me in my unboxing of the Xbox One Day 1 edition. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will be doing more of these fun videos of the next generation consoles coming up very, very soon. So drop the video a quick rating if you enjoyed. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. And other than that, as always, guys, have a fantastic day.